and welcome to Inner Circle Guidance. Today we're going to be doing a collective reading, but for those of you who are new to the circle, hello and welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I post new videos every single day. And if you're looking for daily short tarot readings, check out my Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts. If you're looking for personal services or personal readings, I offer them through my website, innercircleguidance.com. Let's find out what the circle needs to know today. We have the Knight of Pentacles, Three of Wands, we have the Star, the Knight of Swords, and the Magician. The Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I'm going to take some more cards because I'm picking up on an energy that is not in these cards. I feel like something else is either meant to come out or there's some sort of clarification here. We have the Hermit, the Four of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Two of Cups, the Emperor, and the King of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Okay. I am getting a lot of messages, some that are higher level concepts when it comes to manifestation that can get rather complicated and sometimes a bit hard to comprehend. So I'm going to do my best to explain as best I can and to be as clear and concise as I can be. But if you have any questions, feel free to put them down in the comments below. Okay, so the first thing that I'm seeing here is I'm picking up on an energy of somebody who, when they were younger, they very much knew that they had a very important destiny that they had chosen for themselves. I'm hearing that this very much could be you. When you were younger, you may have wanted and asked for a extravagant and extraordinary life, one that was not mundane. I'm hearing that you may have felt like certain aspects of life in the mundane lifestyle of just living an ordinary life was boring or maybe not enough for you, and that you were destined for more. And I'm seeing that you had this sort of knowing, that not only were you destined for great things, but you were going to influence people in a very important way, and that your messages to the world were going to be important. And I'm very much understanding here that you knew that this was going to be a difficult path, but I'm hearing that you didn't realize how difficult it was going to be. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. This is a strong energy. You guys are gonna have to give me a second. Okay. Your life has been very slow moving in a lot of ways because you've had to learn incredible, difficult lessons. And I'm seeing that you've always seen the grand scheme of things, though you may not have understood all of the steps and pieces of it at all stages of your life. And I'm seeing that you've had a lot of really dark, painful moments. Really dark, painful moments. But you were never truly alone, though you may have felt that way, when these moments happened. You've always been divinely guided. I'm hearing that you have some very strong gifts, some of which you may not even be aware of. I'm also hearing that you have some very, very strong guides behind you. And I'm seeing that your manifestation, powers, and abilities are meant to bring truth to people in a way that's going to influence the collective in ways that you can't even comprehend at this time. You may become more aware of it as you grow into your power, but you may not be aware of it as it's happening. And what I'm seeing is that with the King of Cups, you are somebody who feels things very deeply, which makes the pain and the suffering and the traumas and things that you have been through that much more difficult. I hear that you have a very strong love of humanity. You may not realize it, but you are very much a high level soul and being who has chosen to come back to help other people. And I'm hearing that this is a test in itself for you because this is not an easy path at all. This has been a very, very difficult path. I'm hearing and feeling like you have very much been alone or felt alone in a lot of your life. You've had to go inward and really rely on yourself to get you through the darkness. And what I'm hearing is that some of these pains and things that you have suffered through were things that you knew in a sense was going to happen. You may not have known exactly how it was going to play out, but I'm hearing that you chose to be a voice for people who may not have that voice. You chose to be strong, and you chose to enter a life cycle that would bring you a lot of happiness and abundance, but was going to be extremely difficult in the beginning. And it's really caused you to have to be careful about the way that you view where you currently are at. I'm hearing that when things are really good, you're afraid that something's going to happen or something's going to end, or you're expecting like the other shoe to drop. And I'm hearing that there's been a lot of regret from the past, a lot of situations that you've had to go through that felt really unfair at the time. And I'm hearing it's partially because you had to align with the correct people in order to bring your gifts and your messages to the world in a larger, more impactful way. And I'm hearing that the things that happened to you that were very unfair are beginning to balance out. And you've been able to step into your power in a way that you've never done before. And it's really hard for me to explain this feeling, but you are so powerful in ways that you don't even realize. You have gifts that you don't even realize you have. You influence people in a way that you don't even realize you influence them. You are a strong and powerful energy. Very, very old soul. You have gone through many lifetimes. And this particular lifetime, though you may not necessarily know entirely or remember all aspects of it, is kind of like a very important project that you chose to tackle. And I'm hearing that you have gone through such hard times and you had to learn how to be strong in that. And you had to learn the very difficult lesson of you can't reach happiness and abundance by avoiding misery. And the best way I can explain that to those of you who are still in that lesson or learning that lesson is that happiness and sadness are very closely intertwined. So much so that you can cry when you are happy. It's like a bittersweet. And I'm very much getting that this life may be very bittersweet for you. In terms of your early years may have been extremely difficult. And I'm also hearing that because, I don't know if you heard that notification. I'm also hearing that because you chose this life, you chose these lessons, you chose to be the voice, you are going to be rewarded in ways that you can't even imagine. But you had to get through that hard part first. And if you are still in that hard part, I want to be that person for you who says, thank you for hanging in there. Thank you for keep going, for keep trying, for not giving up, because that's extremely hard to do. What people don't realize is that when you go through extreme situations or extreme traumas, or you go through very difficult spiritual awakenings and things, it is very often a lonely path because you don't relate to people the same way. And you often feel misunderstood and alone. But I'm here to tell you that you are aligning with the people who are going to understand you. Your circle may be small, but it will be more meaningful to you. And if you haven't found these people yet, they are coming in. And I'm seeing too that you're in this sort of planning period where you're stepping into this next major aspect of this lifetime that's going to be extremely important. And it's hard and difficult to explain, but I'm getting this feeling of you're going to have that moment where you look back and realize why everything happened, why you went through so many unfair things, why it was so important to get you to this stage. And you're going to have this sort of grateful feeling. And I need to be clear, you're not going to be grateful for the disappointments or the pain or the trauma if you went through trauma, or like you're not going to be grateful that people did you wrong. That's not what I'm saying here. You're going to be grateful for the lessons that you learned through these situations. And getting to a 10 of Pentacles kind of happiness, where there's happiness and abundance in all areas of your life, is a difficult path because all things have to be balanced, and because you can't comprehend a high tier level of abundance without having the understanding of what the opposite of that is. You have to go through these very difficult and trying times to come to this sort of understanding and this level of manifestation ability that most people have not been able to achieve yet. And so if you're still going through your hard times, if you're still fighting through the darkness and the sadness and the depression and the anxiety and the traumas and whatever else it is that you may be going through, remember that you are not alone, even when you feel alone. You have your guides, you have the people who care for you. You have me. We may not know each other, we may have never met, you may have never even spoken to me before. This may be the first time you've ever come across any of my videos, but I built this community for people like you. You are a force to be reckoned with. You are beautiful, you are loving, and you are kind. And you are meant to be a light for yourself and for others in the darkness. I wish you all could feel this energy because it is so beautiful and loving and bright. And that energy is coming from you. So keep on keeping on. because you have great things coming. You have amazing things coming. You have much to look forward to, and you have a very, very strong destiny. So I'm going to leave the reading here. I don't think I'm going to do an affirmation for this. Honestly, I'm a little speechless. I was not expecting this at all. I don't even know what else to say. But as always, may your life be full of light, full of love, abundance, and gratitude. I'll see you next time.